Scentland, the land of scent. How nice to be back. Welcome everybody, I'm Chris again. First review in 2015. I would like to start energetic, fresh and sporty. So I'm gonna review my top sports fragrances that are labeled sports fragrances. There's lots of discussions, you know, why are these labeled sport? Like if it's a bit of citrus and a little bit of energizing or uplifting, it's immediately called sport. Flankers are being called sport fragrances. Actually today I'm mixing a niche and designer, and but each of these fragrances that I have selected are standing on their own feet. Like there are flankers of, actually most of them are, I think, flankers, sporty versions of the original, you could say, but you know, in each case I think they have their own personality. So now let's start with one such a fragrance, a very famous one in the fragrance community, Sport, the Christian Dior Sport, Dior Homme Sport, sorry. To me, this is more an office wear sort of sport fragrance. It's a ginger citrus blast with great projection, great longevity, great quality, very natural smelling. Yeah, I mean, if you like ginger overdose, that's ginger overdose in my opinion. I love ginger. Interestingly, I like it more in the colder weather because it can get, you know, a little bit too much, but sometimes I like fragrances that can be a little bit too much. Obviously you can influence that by using it less, you know, less intensely, spraying less on yourself. Great ginger. François Demachy is the nose. 2008 is the year. That's the 2008 version. Very important to mention because there are, you know, new ones since this one. Great presentation, great ginger citrus combo, which I totally adore. So, and it's to me it's an office sort of a sport fragrance. Obviously a flanker to Dior Homme. So there you go, first flanker. Next one. Let's take a look at the niche house, right? Parfum de Nicolai, Bol de Match, Eau de Sport. From the year 2002, and Patricia de Nicolai is the nose on this fragrance. Now I think nowadays it's called, the new versions are called simply Eau de Sport, not Bol de Match anymore. I'm not sure. I think it's the same fragrance. It is to me it's springtime in a bottle. It just, when I smell it, it hits me right straight here. Like when you open the door, you walk out, and then you feel the first impressions, the first smells, the first, you know, mood of springtime. It is fantastic. It's really uplifting, and it has a great personality. It starts with a sour grapefruit citrus combo. It's very prominent at the beginning, but then it is going into a direction of becoming more serious and more conservative, probably. So maybe better for, you know, playing golf or tennis, ball to match. Because, you know, after the initial grapefruit citrus thing, incense and pine start to play into the fragrance, which give it a great backbone, great structure, great matureness to it. It's definitely 30 and above. While, for example, Dior, I think guys in the teens, 20s can wear it. This is maybe 30 and above. It's not an old man smell. It's just the incense and the pine compared with the citrus grapefruit combo is just it's great. It's really fantastic, and the projection longevity sillage side is above a citrus average level. Great one, really. Totally adore this one. Let's continue. Let's jump back in time a little bit. Trussardi Action Sport, flanker of Trussardi Action. This came out in 1993. I don't know the nose to it, but what what I know is this is a fantastic spice and citrus fragrance. This is more for football match, right? This is not as fancy probably, but it's much more hands-on sporty. It really is, you know, it's so, you know, there's probably a difference between the French and the Italians, you know, there are little nuances that you know are represented in both of these, and this is very French, this is very Italian, so maybe this is why I like them as well. So this is the Italian version. This is it's much more spicier. It's yet it's the same complexity with all these. You know, they're all citrus backbone, but this is a very vivid fragrance. I actually wore this fragrance when my wife gave birth to our daughter, and I thought that, you know, Action Sport. I was there, so this really was uplifting to me, and it was it gave me a great boost of energy, and, you know, staying up all night and everything. So it reminds me even of occasions like that. But usually I use this when I go out to play football with my friends. So totally love this, and it's not your typical early 90s aquatic sport thing. No, this is a great spicy citrus fragrance with a very nice spicy backbone. Totally adore this one. And it's very rare. That's the only problem with it. Another extremely rare fragrance is this one, Sport de Paco Rabanne from 1986. Rosando Mathieu, I think that's how you spell the name. I'm not exactly sure. 1986. Flanker. Is it a flanker to the original Paco Rabanne, a man's fragrance from the early 70s, I think 73. I don't really think so. This is a great, I'm going to spritz it, I'm going to spray it. This is fantastic. It has a citrus combo going on with some light woods, and it's drifting towards that direction, citrus light woods with some maybe even pine in there, or oak moss. I haven't checked the notes in particular because I really go by the feeling for this, especially for this fragrance. It is again springtime, pure springtime bottled. It's fantastic, and there's maybe some mint in there as well. I don't like mint in the fragrance, but here, if there's mint in there, it's doing a great job. Very rare, but extremely nice, outdoorsy. Again, more probably the you know, the golf, tennis sort of sport activity, but very sophisticated, fantastic personality, great sport fragrance, very well done. My goodness, I love this baby. And there's two fragrances that I couldn't make up my mind. They're relatively new, both of them. Tous Man Sport, or Tous Man Sport, I think. Tous is the name. That's a Spanish house. And Azzaro Chrome Sport. Now, I prefer this one. Why? It has a creamy citrus, fantastic creamy citrus. Came out in 2010, and the other one, no, 2010, both 2010, I think. Yeah, exactly the same year. And Vincent Salaire is the name here, and the special thing about this fragrance is that it has an amazing creamy citrus vibe going with it, and a fantastic oak moss dry down. It was such a surprise that you go along with it, you know, and you say, well, nice citrus, creamy citrus, yeah, and then, you know, great longevity and projection, and it turns into this, you get this whiffs of oak moss, this very nice, not old manish or anything, it's just pleasing you to an extent. Very nice fragrance, very sophisticated, more like the office sort of sports fragrance, but great, definitely. And this one is a real hands-on sport, for any sport activities. I just like this because it reminds me of a German candy called Glacier Ice. Glacier Ice. It has this fruity, icy, very relaxing, very sharp citrus thing going on, very natural smelling, very probably a little bit synthetic, but still I dig it. So it had to be in there. It's 5+1. So I couldn't resist to have it in there because it just gives me the, you know, just uplifting, nice, careless citrus thing. You know, among the recent citrus releases, definitely flanker is very nice. This one is more sophisticated though, with this fantastic oak Mustang going there. And you don't smell it initially, but in the dry down, you're going to be surprised. So this is my, I don't know if it's visible, yeah, it's visible. This is my 5+1 top citrus, top sport fragrances. Sorry, because it's much more than citrus just here. 5+1 top sport fragrances. Some of them flankers, some of them standalone sport fragrances. Some niche, actually one niche, and some hard to find, some easy to get. But definitely all of these have their own personality, great backbone, great, you know, quality versus price ratio as well. I think, you know, if you're able to get them, you know, try to get your hands on them, especially if you're a collector. Go for them because you won't be let down. You know, all of these 5+1 fragrances are performing extremely well, and I can only recommend them as great sports fragrances. So that was my pleasure today again. Great start to the new year with Paco Rabanne. Even springtime is not here, but I'm already looking forward to that and doing sports activities and choosing one of these babies, whether for the office or for actual sports activities that I may do. So take care, all the best, and see you soon with another review. Take care, bye bye.